In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a parts list for the train engine that we have just created. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to File. Make sure you save your project first. We're going to go to New, and we're going to go to a standard IDW or an individual drawing file. When you open this up, the first thing we need to do is right-click on the sheet 1 right here and go to Edit Sheet. This is a size D sheet. We want a size A sheet. That's just your standard 8.5 by 11. So if we want to print these out, they're on normal sheets of paper. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is let's load in your train. You may have to click on this if it's the previous file that you just got done working on. It should be that first one, but this looks good. Make sure that this right here is clicked on for shaded view, and we can push OK. So now we have our train sketch right here, and what we're going to do now is go to Annotate. Annotate has a bunch of different things that we will come back to with parts list and balloons, but for right now we're going to start with this parts list. We're going to choose your train right here. It's already selected, and we're going to push OK. Sometimes you may get a pop-up, and you can just click right through that. I'll just kind of lock this in right here. And what we're going to do now, we don't really have a description, so we're going to just take this entire column out. And how you do that is if you right-click and go to Edit Parts List, we're going to go up to this upper left-hand corner here where it says Column Chooser. And what we can do is we can click on where it says Description, because this is the description column. We can say Remove, and we can say OK. Once we do that, this is what our new table will look like. We can say Apply. That's how this looks now, and we can say OK. So now that we have our parts list out, we have our train in the isometric view, what we're going to do now is we are going to go to this balloon function. So right here we have a drop down, and we're going to say Auto Balloon. If you did the balloon, you have to manually click the ones that you want. But what we're going to do is we're just going to choose our train. Okay, and you can see how it's saying like, oh, I want all of these different parts. So it could auto balloon the stack, it could auto balloon the train, the wheels. If we just click and drag and do that, now all of the parts are selected. Okay, it's going to jump down to this this one right here where it says add or remove. We added all of these. We can now go to this select placement. All right, and if we just go around, and if you kind of move your cursor, you can see how they're going around. I'll just kind of move it somewhere. We're going to move most of these, but that looks fine. And they're going to kind of jumble around. That's okay. And we're going to push Apply. We can close out of this auto balloon. And as you can see, we have these item numbers right here. We have 9 item numbers, but for some reason, the 9th and 8th do not show up, which is the hitch pin and the hitch magnet. That is because we cannot see them from this view. Okay, so if we had a separate view that showed the back, we would have those auto balloons in there. But the last few things that we're going to do is, as you can see, like some of these are crossing. Okay, you can just kind of move these around so that they are spaced accordingly. So again, this 7 over here is to the pin. We can slide 5 down a little bit. We can have 6 over here. And again, just get these to where they're kind of evenly spread out. You can also click on this and have this move. So if you want to move these so that they fit a little bit better, again, like I could have these spread out as well as I mean, I could move this to this one right here. It doesn't really matter. This must have been on the actual hitch arm right here. Okay, let's see what 6 was. Now I have 2 5s. So what was 7? 7 was the link pin. So that did go to there. So there it goes. It updated now. So now I have 1, I have 2, I have 3, I have 4, I have 5, I have 6, and I have 7. Okay. Obviously we have 8 and 9. We have the 2 on the back. You can't see those, so there's no balloon associated with those. Okay. The last step is your title block. Okay, so what we can do is we can grab our text block, we can just click inside this title, and we can just we could just name this like mini train parts list. So mini train parts list. We can say okay. We can just grab this text, we can kind of move it to the middle. That looks good. And right now, we have completed this parts list. So the next thing that we can do is we're going to go to File, we're going to go to Export, and you're going to export this as an image. Okay? You could also do a PDF, but for our Google Slide submission, you cannot put a PDF in your slideshow directly, so we'll just do a JPEG or a PNG. So again, this is how you would make your mini train parts list.